Amanda woke up to the sounds of birds chirping outside her window. Stretching her arms and legs, she glanced at the clock and realized she was running late for work. With a groan of frustration, she swung her legs over the edge of the bed, only to freeze in disbelief. There, nestled between her legs, lay her black cat named Aster. It was unusual for Aster to be so close to her whenever she woke up. Amanda tried to gently push the cat away, but to her surprise, Aster resisted. He dug his claws into her leg, seemingly trying to prevent her from getting out of bed. Confused but sensing something was off, Amanda picked Aster up in her arms and made her way to the kitchen. She poured some cereal into a bowl and went to sit down at the table. As she began eating, Aster started behaving strangely. He knocked over the plate, sending food scattering across the floor. Then, a few moments later, he purposefully pushed the cup off the table, shattering it as it hit the ground. Frustrated, Amanda cleaned up the mess and started to re-cook her breakfast. With each passing minute, she felt her anxiety mounting, as she knew she was already cutting it close to catch the service bus to work. As she hurried back to the kitchen, Amanda heard frantic scrabbling against the wooden floors of her house. The noise grew louder and louder until it was a relentless cacophony. Concerned for her cat's well-being, she decided it was time to put Aster to rest, hoping it would calm him down. But as she bent down to pick him up, the unthinkable happened. Aster peed on her shoes, the ones she was planning to wear to work. Shocked and frustrated, Amanda hurriedly discarded the soiled shoes and hunted for another pair that would match her outfit. Time was ticking away, and as she rushed to find suitable footwear, she glanced at the clock and realized the bus would be arriving any minute. Panicked, she fumbled with her keys, finally managing to lock the door and sprint toward the bus stop. Arriving breathless, Amanda's heart sank as she saw the service bus pulling away, its familiar route disappearing before her eyes. Tears welled up in her eyes, and she sank to her knees in utter disbelief. Broken and defeated, Amanda decided to return home. As she entered her house, a strange silence enveloped her. Absent were the sounds of Aster's paws scrabbling against the floor, the familiar purring filling the air. The house felt empty, void of life. Hours passed, and Amanda's phone buzzed with texts and missed calls from concerned coworkers. Curiosity sparked, she checked her news app to see what had happened. And that's when reality struck her like a bolt of lightning. The service bus she had missed, the one that had pulled away just moments ago, had been involved in a horrific accident. No one on board had survived. Shock and disbelief washed over her, and she sank to the ground, her body trembling with the weight of her realization. Suddenly, everything fell into place. Aster's strange behavior, his desperate clawing, his deliberate attempts to delay her. The realization hit her with full force. Aster had somehow known something wasn't right. He had tried to protect her, to prevent her from boarding the doomed bus.